Hello everyone. Uh, right, I am Diksha. I got rank 19 here in the civil services examination, and right now I'm coming from Bharat Darshan, landed in Delhi, and sir told me to come and talk to you. I was here, so I came here. So I think can maybe change the way the conversation goes. If you can put in doubts that all of you have, start with the doubts first. You can ask me few general questions so that I also get a little bit of context of what do you, and that's how we start off. And feel free to talk, like don't shy, okay? It's a pretty normal, informal conversation. You can ask any sort of doubt that you have with regard to your preparation, prelims, mains. I know prelims would be the major focus area now because how many days left? 100, 110, something like that. Yeah. So whatever you feel like asking, just ask a few questions so that I get a broad context and then we'll start off. Shy, please. I know that's very normal, but you can start asking. Anyone with any question? This would be like a common query for all of you. You must be thinking that you're writing tests, you're not getting marks, and whatever, all of that, like you don't know where you're going, where the preparation started. So now, if you focus mostly on prelims with, let's say, 100 days remaining, for people especially who haven't cleared their prelims earlier, your major focus area should be prelims, prelims, prelims. Okay, now you're not going to think too much about mains. Whatever you had to do, you have done it already, and you won't be doing more of it now because you would need more time for your prelims. Oh, very specific with regard to your prelims preparation. How do you go about it is, let's say you said you did not read it earlier, but now whatever you have read, start taking your sectional test now, okay? And again, take it very seriously, like not in that mode कि अच्छा अभी पढ़ रहे हैं and then after a few days we'll see अभी ये revise नहीं किया वो revise नहीं किया. Whatever subject you pick up, let's say modern history किया, तो if you start with modern history, then let's say take a market से कोई भी normal test paper उठा लो, you have plenty of them available. You take that test paper, you start solving questions from that. So you are reading whatever chapters of modern history from your Spectrum or NCRT, whatever book, start solving those questions. That you're doing simultaneously while you are reading also, because there will be 100, 200 questions in whatever test. You take 15 days, you finish your modern history. On the 16th day, take a very serious, proper test of modern history so as to know how much have you grasped out of whatever you read in the last 15 days. And it's not only 15 days, okay? You have been reading it already. So don't think that I've just read it for 15. In those 15 days, you have to be very serious, very particular about what you have to revise in your next test. Also, you have to think in the sense that, let's say last time civil disobedience kabhi aapne padha tha 2 months back, you did not understand it properly. This time you have to be very careful how you're reading civil disobedience. And you will also have to make sure that you do not get a question wrong from civil disobedience. This is how you are preparing. Okay, so you are preparing a subject. You are solving mock papers that you pick up from the market. The 15, 16 day, whatever is your target, you are picking up a proper test paper. You sit for 2 hours, you solve all the questions, and then you see how much you score. This is the strategy part. After you get your test paper, the second part would be analyzing that paper. Okay. So how you're doing that is then again you're sitting with the paper, you're trying to see what all questions are you getting wrong and why did you get it wrong? Because in those 15 days you were very clear that you were not supposed to get any question wrong. Okay, so whatever subject or topic that you got a question wrong from, you go back to your standard book from which you were reading. Again, you are not going to refer to news sources. Anybody coming up and telling you that, oh, ये तो गलत book पढ़ लिया, ये पढ़ना ही नहीं था, I don't think that would be true because ऐसा बहुत rare होगा कि आप में से किसी ने अभी तक गलत book पढ़ा होगा. Being, even if I'm saying that you are fresher writing this attempt for the first time, being 5-6 months in preparation, you know the very standard book. Books वगैरह ये सब नहीं change करना है. That has to be what you are reading. What you do is you go back to the same book and try and see कि वो question उस book में था या नहीं था. Okay. So let's say you got wrong a name of a person जो civil disobedience movement के time पे वो तमिलनाडु ये वो कुछ कुछ दिया था, you got the name wrong. Come back to the standard book and see whether that name was there or not. If it was there, highlight it. Okay, you make a box around it, you use a different color pen, whatever you feel like. If you think that you would want to write it in a separate sheet of paper, do that. That's how you revise. And next time, before writing another test of the same topic or the same subject, you are reading it again. And also the stuff that you have highlighted, like if you made a box around it, you write a Q or something, you know that's a probable question, you are revising it more carefully. So this is how you are preparing your subjects. Okay, so you have to not think यार ये पिछली बार से मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था, अभी नहीं पढ़ा, अभी आगे कैसे होगा. Don't think too much about it. Whatever was done has been done already. Now you cannot rectify that. You have 100 days. 100 days are more than enough to clear prelims if you do it correctly. Okay, because a lot of people have done it. Actually, जो proper prelims preparation होता है ना, that happens in 90 to 100 days. बिकॉज आपने पहले कितना भी पढ़ा हो, द क्राइटेरिया हाउ प्रीलिम्स वर्क्स इज वेरी स्पेसिफिक. ओके, यू हैव टू बी वेरी श्योर अबाउट ईच एंड एवरी फैक्ट. वहाँ पे इतना डिस्क्रिशन नहीं होता. लेकिन मेन्स व्हाट हैपेंस इज, सपोज अगेन गिविंग वेरी कॉमन एग्जाम्पल कि कुछ सिविल डिसोबीडियंस का आ गया, आपको कुछ 5 बातें सिविल डिसोबीडियंस के बारे में यू रिमेंबर्ड, यू कैन जस्ट राइट दोस 5 पॉइंट. मे बी यू मिस्ड द 6th पॉइंट, द एग्जामिनर वोंट नोटिस, और मे बी लेट्स से 10 मार्क्स में से उसने आपको 4 दे दिया, other person who has written 6 would get 4.5. Okay, not saying that 4 is good enough, 4.5 is whatever, वो सब discussion तो main specific है. But in prelims what could happen is that 6th point that you forgot was the question. You cannot get that thing wrong, you know, because if you don't know that, you know 10 things about civil disobedience does not matter. You have to know that. That specific preparation is usually done for most people in 90 to 100 days. Okay, that's a very standard thing because myself and also that I've seen a lot of my other batchmates also when we discuss over things, this is what we come to the conclusion that last ke jo 90-100 days hote that are very specific. Because again, you will tell me today to go and write the prelims exam, tomorrow I've cleared the exam but I won't get a rank, or I might not even clear prelims, because those are very factual information that you might forget with time. वो सबके साथ होगा. Okay, don't think about whatever you have done in the last X number of days. Just start focusing on what you have to do now. Okay. So anyone else with any further questions? This is a very good thing because a lot of people, it happens with a lot of people including me, that आप पीछे का कुछ कुछ भूलते रहोगे and then you think यार वो भूल गए, then you start panicking after let's say 1 month कि अभी 4 सब्जेक्ट पढ़ लिए पर वो याद नहीं है. So for subjects like ancient medieval, again what happens is you do not forget the entire thing. Okay, आपके पास एक story line बन जाता है, you know 17th century में ये हुआ, फिर 18 में ये हुआ, 19 में ये हुआ, for whatever subjects. Again for polity you know कि this is how parliament functions, but then you don't remember specifics. So what you can do is there are certain very key words, या फिर जैसे ancient का अगर if she's asked about ancients, I'll tell very specifically about that. If there are some words, जैसे अशोकन period में there are some words जिनका translation वो पूछ लेते हैं, what does this mean or something like that. So you what you do is take those sticky notes and write them down. Okay, and इतना छोटा crisp लिखना है कि अगर एक sticky note है this size, so at least you are able to write 7-8 points there. Okay, and put it up on your wall or somewhere where you are studying, in your room, anywhere. Okay, so in fact I did that. So what I did was ऐसे कहीं पे रूम पे लगा लिया एक सीक्वेंस में, एंड हाउ आई वुड डू इज ऑल्सो चैप्टर वाइज कि जैसे अशोकन पीरियड से इट्स मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, आई डिड द अशोकन वन, देन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, देन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, देन द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर, और वो सीक्वेंस में ऐसे ही अरेंज था इन द वॉल. ओके, तो आफ्टर लेट्स से आज तो टेस्ट दिया है 16th डे, यू रिमेंबर इट फ्रेश. आफ्टर 5 more days what you do is once day in the morning you get up for 10 minutes, you just read those points. Okay, तो इट्स लाइक हाउ जैसे बचपन में कभी होता था ना, समटाइम लेट्स से अ सॉन्ग, आरती, कुछ भी ऐसे पेरेंट्स करवाते हैं ना, यू डू इट एवरी डे एंड आफ्टर अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यू रियली डोंट नीड टू सी योर बुक एंड रिमेंबर. मतलब आप जैसे देखोगे यू रिमेंबर, अच्छा सेकंड पॉइंट तो ये था, थर्ड पॉइंट तो ये था, फोर्थ पॉइंट. That you can do, and again that will vary from person to person. Okay, like she might want to write things from polity, you might want to write it from ancient, she might want to write it from geography. तो वो सबका अलग अलग हो सकता है. डोंट थिंक कि एंशियंट का ही लिखना है बिकॉज वहां पे ऐसे कीवर्ड्स है. सम पीपल विल बी एबल टू बेटर रिमेंबर दोज वर्ड्स, सम पीपल कैन नॉट. So you'll have to pick. Again, from a chapter also, you have to be very particular about what you cannot remember from that chapter. Like she said कि writing a test, you might forget कि कैसे कैसे किया, पिछले का panic है. That day when you are analyzing the test, this is what you are going to do. You note down certain things and उसमें भी more specific. Like आज कुछ याद किया, it was like हाँ by mistake हो गया, मुझे याद तो था पर whatever. That is not that important. Then again, there could be a thing जो बिल्कुल ही याद नहीं था, or maybe you did not notice at all. That is what something you would want to write. तो वैसे करके कुछ जो भी यू थिंक कि मतलब बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है और वो नहीं हो रहा, यू विल हैव टू राइट. आफ्टर 5 days यू आर रिवाइजिंग इट, देन अगेन आफ्टर 5 more days यू आर रिवाइजिंग इट. वन मोर थिंग दैट कैन बी डन इज अगेन, लेट्स से अगर आपने बहुत बड़े स्टिकी नोट्स बन गए, ये पूरा वॉल फिल हो गया, अगर आप इसको रिवाइज करने बैठोगे 3 घंटे लग जाएंगे. व्हाट यू डिसाइड इज टुडे आई विल रिवाइज लेट्स से नोट 1 to 10, दैट्स इट. एंड देन डोंट थिंक यार आज ही फ्लो में आके अब मैं सारा आज ही कर लेती हूँ, देन फिर मेरा 5 दिन नहीं करना होगा. दैट्स हाउ इट डज नॉट वर्क. ओके, you revise from 1 to 10, tomorrow you decide I'll revise from 10 to 20. So it will just take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you can do it at any point of time, like before going to bed, right after getting up, maybe पढ़ाई करने जाने से पहले 10 मिनट. You are listening to music but then you are just like अच्छा scroll करके देखते रहते, because this is visual memory. Okay, this is going somewhere, might not realize but it is going somewhere. Also if you are studying with your pairs, partners, जो भी ऐसे बना के buddies के साथ कर रहे हो, you can again do it that you can ask somebody else to ask you questions of what is written on that note. ठीक है, not necessarily friends हो, अगर घर पे parents हैं, siblings हैं, even if they don't understand the context of whatever is happening, they can just read it and ask questions. Just be like अच्छा ये terms यहाँ पे लिखे हैं left right, just ask me a few questions. तो क्या है क्या नहीं. That's how you will be able to remember. I think that is an ideal strategy. Again, after a few days, you will have to keep 1 or 2 days where you're revising things, okay? There also you will revise important subjects or important topics first. मतलब important for you, ठीक है? वो वेरी करेगा from person to person. Based on कि टेस्ट में कैसे क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, आप कौन से टॉपिक्स भूल रहे हैं, something of that sort, you will keep revising that. Any more questions? तो guesswork has to be done, okay, in prelims. I'll not say कि कोई भी इंसान जिसने prelims किया है clear आज तक 100% accuracy किसी का भी नहीं होता है. There might be people who are scoring very well. They could be better in terms of accuracy, but उतना अच्छा किसी का नहीं होता है. They also use a lot of guesswork. You will have to do it invariably. What happens is when you will go to for the actual exam, or also when you're taking your mocks and everything, you will realize that let's say there are only 40, 50 questions at max if it's a very easy paper. With the kind of paper that is coming right now in UPSC, 38 to 40 is what I assume is the average number of questions that you would know. And you're supposed to attempt 80 questions at max. With people with very, very good accuracy would attempt, let's say 75, 76. But average people like me or others who are writing prelims would attempt 80 to 85 questions to be sure that they are clearing the exam. So in that situation, you will have to make certain number of guesses, okay? Let's say again the 40 questions. So how do you start guessing is one that you'll have to, while solving the paper only, you'll have to mark the questions. You'll solve it in rounds. You mark the questions that you're absolutely sure of that you're doing in the first go itself. That what I said will come around 40. Okay. The second round, what you start doing is where you're able to eliminate, let's say, 2 options out of whatever. It's a 50-50 thing that you know now, इसमें से या तो ये है या ये है. So that you start doing in the second round. Okay. Then again, you come to the third round where you've eliminated one option. Okay. The fourth one is where you don't know anything. And those are the questions जो बहुत सारे आ रहे हैं आजकल prelims में. Okay, like one word दिया है and उसका meaning पूछा and there are 4 options. You have never heard it. Those are the questions that you are absolutely avoiding in your guesswork. Okay, वो मतलब इतने crisis में करना है कि आपके 60 ही हो पाए despite doing everything and then you have to do 10 more. You can't attempt 60 questions and then think कि मेरा exam clear होगा, वो तो नहीं होगा. So that is when you're doing them. Otherwise वो questions तो छोड़ने हैं. So this was my strategy कि अगर एकदम ऐसे blind guess नहीं करूँगी किसी भी question में, come what may, if I do not know, I'll leave it. So those are the questions जो बिल्कुल छोड़ने हैं. Then again 3 options and 2 options वाले तो करने ही करने हैं. 2 वाले तो definitely करने हैं. Where you have eliminated 2 options, you have to solve those questions. Okay, because उनमें से एक तो आंसर सही होना ही है, so 50-50% probability है. This is I told you how you are going to attempt. Okay, how you are going to practice. So practice will happen when you are solving your mock papers. Every time you are writing a test, जो घर पे मैंने बोला कि you are solving your papers at home, there also you will start practicing. Okay, अगर आपको क्वेश्चन समझ नहीं आ रहा है, so you will take a little time and think यार ये क्यों नहीं हो सकते हैं. Okay, that is how you will practice. I can't really think of an example, but कई बार कैसे होता है कि कुछ ना बहुत random words वो दे देते हैं. जैसे अगर हिस्ट्री में देखें तो they'll give you like 3-4 लोग दिए, बट कोई एक आपको याद आ जाएगा कि यार ये तो इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में था ही नहीं, ये कहीं और पढ़ा था. तो वो उतना यू विल हैव टू टेक अ रिस्क यार हाँ ये कहीं और पढ़ा था तो इसको एलिमिनेट हम कर सकते हैं. आई कैन नॉट रिमेंबर ऑफ अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक एग्जाम्पल, बट दैट्स हाउ यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग. समटाइम्स देयर आर टर्म्स दैट आर गिवन. यू विल हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल कि अरे ये टर्म यहाँ पे दिया है तो इसका ये इससे कोरिलेट हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा विद ऑप्शन. यू विल हैव टू सी दैट. कभी होता है लॉन्गर स्टेटमेंट्स लिखे होते हैं बहुत बड़े बड़े, बट वी डोंट रीड इट केयरफुली एंड देन वी जस्ट मिस सम टर्म. यू विल हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल देयर अगेन कि यार इतना बड़ा अगर स्टेटमेंट है तो आई हैव टू फाइंड आउट सर्टेन वर्ड्स तो कुछ एलिमिनेट हो सकते हैं या नहीं हो सकते. दैट्स अगेन इट्स प्योरली प्रैक्टिस. ओके, देयर इज नो स्ट्रैटेजी दैट एनीबडी कैन टीच यू कि भाई ऐसे करके आपने एलिमिनेट करना है. कई बार होता है फिगर्स जो दिए रहते हैं वो बहुत ही एग्जैजरेटेड नंबर्स होंगे, लाइक लेट्स से 2 लाख समथिंग समथिंग, एंड यू थिंक यार ये 2 लाख में कैसे हो सकता है. तो देयर यू विल हैव टू यूज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ कॉमन सेंस आल्सो कि यार इतना बड़ा नंबर हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता. And guesswork is never blind guess, okay? Because abhi you'll see a lot of people telling you stuff like अब guesswork doesn't work, ये नहीं चलता है वो नहीं चलता है. It is not blind guessing. It is always smart, intelligent guessing. You are eliminating things out of whatever you have read. ये तो वो random guess नहीं हो रहा है कि यार कुछ नहीं पता है ऐसे आपने किसी को भी दे दिया और वो 4 ऑप्शन में से एक आंसर आ रहा है, वैसा नहीं है. You have read it somewhere. You are just eliminating why this can't be there, why this can't be there. And this is all practice that you will do. But you will have to take a risk and you will have to solve questions. So guesswork करना पड़ेगा. You'll have to start practicing with your. Again, what you're doing is whatever things that you get from here, you keep solving those things. ठीक है, अभी अगर आपको let's say मेंस का कुछ questions मिले हैं 10-20 questions. Again, don't think कि ये मेंस specific question है. That enhances your prelims का knowledge. Okay. let's say right now I tell you define constitution. That's a main specific question per se. But उसके जो keywords जब आप memorize करने लगोगे ना constitution में कितने articles हैं, कितना क्या है and all of that, that will help you with prelims also. You have to be very religious while you're doing stuff like that कि वो आपको करना है. If you have read a certain subject in let's say 7 days, on the 8th day, whatever topics that have been given to you, whatever test assignments, everything, you are doing it very religiously. See, again, this exam is not a joke. ठीक है, सब everybody has to be very, very serious, and it will require a serious effort for 365 days. 365 days of preparation plus आगे का exam process, तो that is a different thing. वो तो चलता ही रहेगा. You will have to be very serious. Don't think that कि आज छोड़ देते हैं, कल कर लेंगे, इस वाले का छोड़ दिया, उस वाले का छोड़ दिया. That it won't actually work like that, because once you miss that, you are missing on the next week also, because last week का नहीं finish हुआ, then you have that burden कि अरे last week का finish करना है, then you have a burden for another week. That's how it will keep going. Whatever assignments and all you have, you fix a slot for that. Let's say कि रात में सोने से पहले कर लिया, morning में, whatever time is comfortable, so you do it then. And then meanwhile you're also analyzing for yourself what are your weak subjects where you need to revise more, because that will vary from person to person. So once in a week you will find some time to read that. अगर आपका पॉलिटी वीक है, सो अगर लेट्स से टीसीपी में हिस्ट्री चल रहा है, यू आर डूइंग हिस्ट्री थ्रू आउट द वीक, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज यूल हैव टू डू दैट. In the end of the week, you give 4-5 hours and you revise Parliament, because you think that's the most important chapter. I don't remember. You might revise panchayats and municipalities. Okay, so that will vary from person to person. Whatever you think, you give some time, Saturday, Sunday, जो भी है, you revise that. That's how you'll keep calibrating कि अच्छा इतना मैंने कर लिया है, this is done, this is what is left. You'll have to have a time plan for yourself. You are following this plan, you'll have to follow that, but in between, whatever are your weak points, you'll have to keep putting those things in between. That's how you keep. So हाँ, there's no black and white strategy. Okay, it is not like यार ये कर रहे हैं तो ये blindly ऐसे ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं. You are doing history here, you'll keep doing that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't do that. I'll do history, but then I think यार मेरा पंचायत municipality is weak है, मेरे हर टेस्ट में questions गलत हो रहे हैं. And that was happening also for me कि मेरे हर टेस्ट में whatever test I was writing, I would find out कि हर question पंचायत municipality का गलत है. So I made it a point that I have to revise panchayats and municipalities as many times as possible, so that any question that comes from this topic shouldn't go wrong. So that's how you do it. So after आपने assignment finish कर लिया, आप 1 घंटा बैठो and revise panchayat municipality. If you think parliament में गलत हो रहा है, again parliament ऐसा नहीं हो सकता पूरा ही chapter you don't know after having read for 6 months. There would be certain areas. Suppose आपको कोई articles याद नहीं हो रहे हैं, you don't know the privileges, motions वगैरह में confusion, so just revise that much. I don't remember this much from parliament, I'll revise this. This I don't remember from cabinet committees, I'll revise this. That each one of you will have to prioritize for yourself. That thing, वो ऐसा है that nobody will be able to tell you. I can't tell you what you will have to revise. You'll have to find it out yourself, what you need to revise, and you find one day for that and you revise it on that. This is a very, very good question. It's happened with me in my second attempt, okay. What he's saying, even I thought that I was very well prepared. I'll make it, but then again what happened was exam mein gaye, somehow I could not understand a few questions. Because that usually happens because of this difference in sets also. There are 4 sets, they divide it in 25 each, like questions shuffle ho jate hain aage piche. And some people, so for me like polity was a stronger area. But if I get questions from ancient medieval in the first 25 questions, I'll start panicking thinking, oh, ancient medieval aa gaya, I don't know how to solve. So whatever I was telling before this is the strategy that you do before the exam. Now the strategy one day before the exam and on the day of the exam is a little different from whatever you have done. What you need to do a day before the exam is start thinking that kitna bhi maine prepare kiya na, that is the best. You will have to think it, even if kitna bhi anxiety, nervousness ho raha hai, just reinforce that thing in your mind that you have prepared now and you could not do anything more than this. And this I'm again with a disclaimer that this I'm talking about who have done it seriously, okay. ये नहीं कि मजाक मजाक में prepare किया and then you're thinking it कि हाँ मैंने तो बहुत अच्छा किया. Not like that. If you have been preparing seriously, so have that confidence in yourself that if I have been preparing, now that I have prepared well and I know it, especially on the day before the exam, have a good night's sleep. A lot of people will complain that I cannot sleep before the exam, I'm very anxious, nervous. That usually happens because you are thinking too much about कि यार कल क्या होगा, 1 साल का effort है, job नहीं है, parents ये बोलेंगे, ये बोलेगा, ये होगा. Don't think about it a day before the exam. You can think about it tomorrow after the exam is over. It won't make any difference. Your parents, your friends, you yourself would still think in the same way. Okay, so just give that. देखो इतना effort करने के बाद ना, even if others are not recognizing your effort, this is what you can do for yourself. Okay, at least this much, give yourself a day out of all the 365 days that I'm talking about. that on that day before the exam, don't think कि यार मैंने prepare नहीं किया है, अभी ये नहीं आएगा, एक गलत हो गया तो कैसे होगा, prelims होगा नहीं होगा, एग्जाम के बाद सोच लेना. जब CSAT खत्म होगा ना, अगेन नॉट एग्जाम डज नॉट मीन GS पेपर 1, ओके, बिकॉज वो गलत होता है ना तो CSAT पेपर खराब हो जाता है. तो आफ्टर CSAT इज व्हेन यू कैन थिंक अबाउट कि कैसे होगा, क्या नहीं. One is this. Secondly, despite doing all of this, if you're not able to sleep well, still you will do well in the exam. I'm a doctor, I know इतना ज़्यादा adrenaline rush होता है ना, you cannot sleep in the exam if you are a serious aspirant. मतलब आपको नींद आ ही नहीं पाएगी उस सिचुएशन में. तो अगेन इवन इफ यू हैवंट स्लेप्ट, थिंक यार फाइन 2 घंटे ही तो बैठना है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ठीक है, इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील. व्हाट पीपल डू इज यार अभी सो नहीं पा रहे, कल पेपर अच्छा नहीं होगा. दिस इज अ लॉट ऑफ मिसकंसेप्शन दैट गोज आउटसाइड, ठीक है, कि यार अभी कल अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, कुछ याद नहीं आएगा. थोड़ा हो सकता है टाइम लगेगा प्रोसेस करने में, 5 मिनट लेट हो जाओगे बाकियों से, बट दैट डज नॉट मीन कुछ भी याद नहीं आएगा एंड यू विल बी ब्लैंक इन अ डे. इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट. There's a literally a lot of adrenaline that goes. So people who have written prelims before, they know it. Exam hall में enter करते हुए palpitations होने लग जाते हैं. Everybody is scared. Okay, I am here right now with a rank. Even I was scared. All the other people with me have also been scared. So it works like that. So think that anybody who is sitting in the exam hall who will make it through prelims also is scared right now. Don't think about that कि यार ये नहीं हुआ. Now the third part comes when you are in the exam hall, paper आ चुका है. Now you have to start solving the paper. Again with that confidence open the paper कि यार अभी मुझे आएगा जितना भी है ना पेपर में, and I'll solve, and जो भी मैं करूँगी I will clear the exam with whatever I'm doing. Again वो वाला strategy कि अगर 25 में reshuffle है and if you don't know the questions, let's say first 10 questions 15 questions जो भी है, start doing it backwards. ठीक है, backwards नहीं समझ आ रहा, random कोई भी बीच का पेज खोल लो, whatever subject you are confident with, just try and find out कि उसके questions कहाँ है. And usually अभी तक तो जो pattern चल रहा है उसमें यही रहता है कि अगर polity है तो फिर नेक्स्ट 10 क्वेश्चंस फॉलो करके वो पॉलिटी के ही रहते हैं इन वट एवर सेट ना. तो स्टार्ट फॉलोइंग इट लाइक दैट. सो थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा, यू नो यू हैव सॉल्व 10 क्वेश्चंस, आफ्टर दैट स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग 10 मोर. दैट इज हाउ. फिर और आसपास थोड़ा सा भी देखोगे ना, यू रियलाइज यार सभी टेंस्ड बैठे हैं. इट इज एक्चुअली द केस. कीप सॉल्विंग वट एवर यू कैन एंड यूज अ लॉट ऑफ कॉमन सेंस. एंग्जाइटी और प्रेशर जब बहुत ज्यादा होता है ना तो दिमाग काम करना बंद करता है, एंड दैट्स व्हेन योर कॉमन सेंस ऑल्सो. एंड जिस दिन वो स्टॉप होगा ना, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू क्लियर द एग्जाम. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आर एविडेंट ऑन दैट पेपर इटसेल्फ. That's how it's actually designed also. Yeah. Prelims clear करने के लिए एक तो आपका preparation part is one thing, but again you need that lot of common sense that's around you. Keep that intact for 2 hours. Again what I'm saying, exam hall में बैठ के ये please मत सोचना कि यार अभी नहीं आ रहा है, बाहर जाके क्या बोलूंगा क्या बोलूंगी. बाहर जाके जो बोलना है वो वैसे भी वही बोलोगे. Okay. तो better है these 2 hours give it to yourself to that paper and solve it जितना maximum capacity में हो पा रहा है. After that, in between the gap that you get for GS paper 1 and 2, you are not going to check your answers, talk to friends. जितना कम बात हो सके ना उतना कम करना है. Again, it's a matter of only 2 hours. वो 2 hours में अगर आपको आंसर पता भी चल जाएगा, it won't make a difference. You can't go and correct it. 2 घंटे में किसी बहुत क्लोज फ्रेंड रिलेटिव से बात नहीं करोगे, पेरेंट्स से भी नहीं करोगे, it won't make a difference. If that helps you calm down, that's a different thing. If it does not and if it increases your anxiety, then don't. So for me, I would usually not talk to anyone. In those 2 hours, I'd just sit somewhere. If I have to revise something, I'll revise. If I don't have to, I'll just sit. Okay, that's up to you. You can do whatever you feel like. After your CSAT paper is over, is when you be like, अच्छा ठीक है, अच्छा नहीं हुआ, ये गलत हो गया, ऐसा हो गया, वैसा हो गया, अच्छा हुआ, whatever. But those emotions you will have to control for whatever number of time. This I did for myself that I practiced during mocks also. Yeah, I was one of those kind. तो mock में भी बहुत anxious हो जाएगा. If I'm not getting good marks, I'll be like, oh, बीच paper में यार अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है, whatever. So you will have to control your emotions even during that time. This, I don't know, a lot of people do not lay a lot of emphasis on this part, but this emotional part works during your mocks also. Don't, that's why I'm saying that don't take your mocks like mocks. Think यार actual exam में अगर ऐसे गलत हो जाता तो फिर क्या होता, या actual exam में अगर बाहर से आवाज आ रही होती तो फिर कैसे होता. Sometimes condition yourself for those things. Okay, while I was writing my prelims, so it was that Navratri season ना, अक्टूबर का टाइम था. तो एक मंदिर में देयर वाज सम पूजा और समथिंग हैपनिंग, कुछ हवन था, एंड कॉन्स्टेंटली वो लाउड स्पीकर का साउंड आते रहा. पीपल केप्ट कंप्लेनिंग. इट वाज लाइक 1.5 hours. बाय द टाइम समबडी फ्रॉम देयर वेंट देयर, टोल्ड देम कि भाई रुक जाओ एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. एग्जाम वाज अबाउट टू गेट ओवर. तो वही सब डिस्ट्रैक्शंस यू विल हैव टू हैव सो मच ऑफ कंट्रोल दैट ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर नॉट अफेक्टिंग यू. तो व्हेन यू आर सॉल्विंग योर पेपर एट होम ऑल्सो, वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अब बहुत आवाज आ रही है तो अभी मैं कैसे करूँ. थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल दैट यू विल हैव टू बिल्ड इन फ्रॉम विद इन. ओके, इट कांट कम फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. अगर थोड़ा बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो रहा है, जस्ट कीप इग्नोरिंग एंड डू वट एवर यू आर डूइंग एंड सॉल्व योर मॉक्स विद दैट सीरियसनेस. ओनली देन विल यू रियलाइज कि आप कितना एंशियस हो सकते, स्पेशली विद रिगार्ड टू योर फुल लेंथ पेपर्स ना. do them with utmost seriousness. Actually, if you do that ना, you'll realize कि उस दिन पे आपको कितना प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है with what questions. Like let's say अगर किसी पेपर में आप सिर्फ 60 सॉल्व कर पा रहे हो तो आप कितना डर जाते हो. किसी में अगर आपके 80 हो रहे हैं तो ऐसा तो नहीं बहुत ओवर एक्साइटमेंट में आप 20 ऐसे हवा में करते हो फिर वो 20 गलत हो जाते हैं. वो इमोशनल कंट्रोल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ही ईजी लग रहा है पेपर करके 100 के 100 कर दिया फिर कम बैक एंड यू रियलाइज 25 गलत है. You'll practice that during the mocks and this is how you do it. Like that's what I did actually. So see again, let's say 20 days before the exam or whatever. So my strategy was that the last month of current affairs I would usually not read. Okay. Again, I don't know whether this is true or not, but in my assumption, the paper would be made a month before the actual exam is supposed to happen because UPSC is a very serious business. Okay, this I'm not saying on behalf of the organization, so don't take it like that, that I know it and that's why I'm saying it. This was just my pure assumption that the paper would generally be made a month before the exam. So let's say if the exam is in May, so April would be my last month till which I would read my current affairs. And April also I'll focus more on first 15 days. Okay, that would be my major focus area. For rest 15 days or for that month, what I thought in my mind was that max अगर होगा भी तो क्या 4-5 क्वेश्चन आएंगे ना, those questions I'm anyway going to leave. What my focus area is कि जो पहले current affair हैं of, and now I think that the current affair should be done for 1.5 years, not exactly 1 year because they're asking a lot of contemporary issues. तो वो मेरा strong होना चाहिए. I cannot falter in those areas. Okay. That was what was my broad strategy कि those questions are the ones जो मुझे एकदम रटे हुए होने चाहिए. I know the answers to do. So for me, how I did it was throughout the year, I'll keep reading monthly magazines and whatever. And by the end of it, I was mostly relying on PT 365 or the preliminary revision material that you get. So for me, it was just revising that particular piece कि अगर वहाँ पे कुछ लिखा है ना तो वो गलत नहीं हो सकता. See what he was saying about panicking ना, sometimes why do we also panic is when our preparation is not very solid. Like हमारे दिमाग में रहता है कि अब पढ़ा है but अच्छे से याद नहीं आ रहा है. That also you'll have to monitor during your preparation. What she was also saying कि अब लग रहा है पिछले में नहीं किया अभी नहीं किया. I explain the same thing. While you're writing, solving your test, you are doing it simultaneously. Like आज ये questions गलत हुए तो भाई क्यों गलत हो गए? अगर ये actual exam में गलत हो जाता तो फिर that would have costed you a year. You will have to think it with that seriousness. मतलब you cannot be like यार ये mock था ठीक है एक गलत हो गया ना next time ये सही हो जाए. Because that's how it does not work like that. Okay, so you'll have to think. मतलब for me, I was so serious that somebody has to not tell me कि अरे यार तुम्हारा एक question गलत हो गया. I start feeling so bad on my own कि यार ये कैसे गलत हो गया? अगर यही आ गया होता तो फिर मैं क्या करती? That seriousness has to come because you have invested so much time. And more than what your parents are doing, what other people are saying, how much effort your mentors are putting, that's aside. Okay, you also are putting in a lot of effort. You are leaving all the fun, leisure in your life. You have left your jobs. You have left whatever in life. Okay, and you are spending this whole time in this place, which is not a very great place. It's a lot of stress here. Okay, life is way more beautiful and good outside, but then you're spending so much time here. So do it for yourself. You know, it's just a matter of 1 year. You put in that much of seriousness, you'll get some results. Okay, so you have to do that. So whenever you're writing the test or something, be serious about it. With regard to current affairs, again coming back to that. So how you are revising it throughout is you're doing your static. Some days you're giving for your current affairs. In fact, I think every day also you can divide your day in such a manner that half a day you're reading your static subjects, half a day you're reading your current affair. Because in most of the papers, you will see that half of the portion is static, half is current, or sometimes there could be a mix of questions. A question is such that few lines are current, 2 lines are static. They are testing your base knowledge on that topic. And one statement would be something that happened in the recent time. Okay. So you will have to revise your current affairs every day. Last 20 days or let's say a month, you are revising the previous things that you have read. Don't think यार अभी इस महीने का नया current affair पढ़ना है, आज भी newspaper पढ़ना है, कल भी नहीं पढ़ना है. Last 1 month, according to me, you can leave the newspaper. If the exam is on 30th May, from 1st of May, you can stop reading your newspaper. You can stop reading your magazines. You can start focusing on जो पहला current affairs था, most likely October, November, ये सारे months जो इस पे ज़्यादा focus करो. Or any major event that happens. So that's how you start focusing. And don't think what I told him also, you know, that a day before the exam you're not panicking. Again, for the strategy for current affairs, 1 month before the exam you'll think कि अभी जो पहले पढ़ा है current affairs वो बस consolidate करना है. Don't have to keep reading the new material till the last day. So that's how it will work. Are you clear or do you want to ask something? See again 20 days तो becomes very random. Okay, when I was in the last month of my preparation, then for me it was like यार ये अगर भी कुछ भी याद आ गया, अगर geography याद आ गया तो start reading geography. तो अगर suddenly feel होने लगा कि geography में नहीं हो रहा है, it was also more because probably, see again for me the target was not कि अगर 30th मेरे को एग्जाम है, so मेरा ऐसे माइंड फ्रेम ऐसा था दैट बाय 15th of May I should be ready to give the exam any time. I won't wait कि 30th मेरे को मेरा फिनिश होगा जो भी प्रिपेयर करना है. So by 15th I have my deadline because there will be miscellaneous days where you are not feeling well when something happens whatever. तो वो XYZ days तो खराब होने ही होने. So 15th would be your target. Okay. So in next 15 days I'm just revising random stuff because I'm done with my preparation now. So for me those 15 days are just random revision. But before those 15 days, जो भी strategy होगा, if I'm reading history, then some part of it I'll spend reading current affairs. If I was reading monthly PT magazines, so what I would do is, अगर history आज पढ़ा तो शाम को I'll revise IR. It's just to keep in touch with things. See, again, you are not reading it for the first time. You're only revising. That will be anyway very fast because you would have highlighted whatever you have to revise. You know where certain things are written. What you don't remember, what you remember more. Again, with every topic, there are very factual information. Some are conceptual. Conceptual things you understand. You know how UNESCO works, so you don't have to revise that every time. But you would want to revise something, a new initiative that UNESCO has taken up this time because that was a new factual information. Again, yeah, that's variable. Okay, some days I would read it throughout the day. If I'm reading history and I think, yeah, abhi aaj I want to, I'll read it throughout the day. If I feel a little bored out of reading that, I would change and read something new. There's no hard and fast rule of how certain things have to be done. It has to be person specific. Each one of you will have a different strategy. I had a different one. You listen someone else, that person will be like, aise karna hai. Don't think that there's one strategy how you're supposed to. Because each one of us are different and we'll do it different. Whatever is comfortable to you, the target is that all the set things, all the check boxes have to be ticked by the end of it. If you're supposed to finish 10 subjects, you have to finish 10 subjects before going. Now that's up to you how you want to. Yeah, there are different strategies to do current affairs. Okay, there could be one where you are reading some monthly magazine simultaneously. Read. What happens with the PT magazines is they usually come in the end, okay, towards the exam. So you cannot wait for that last month when you start reading the current affairs. So you should have read your monthly magazines throughout. And let's say in the last month, the PT magazine, and again, you will follow only one institute. Okay, don't do random stuff like 4 institutes ki magazine padna because that doesn't help. Whatever important information has to be there, that will be in any magazine. So that is one thing. What you do usually is that you keep reading your monthly magazines throughout, cover to cover, that you will have to judge. Sometimes what happens is there are certain information that gets repeated with every month. Like last month bhi wo chal raha tha, half of that was there. The next month it came up again. So what you can do is cross it out. That's what I used to do. For example, let's say last month kuch Sarfezi Act pe something was given in the economy section. Something was happening, some development. This month, again that news came, what they'll do is, why news, they'll write one line and then they'll describe the same thing all over again. If you've read it in the month of January, you can strike it out in the month of February and you can just revise it from there. But if it's, let's say, a completely new thing, for example, Wildlife Protection Act, which wasn't there throughout, but this is the first time you're reading it, you'll read it more carefully, knowing that obviously it will be asked in the exam. So half of that goes that way. Okay, this is what in fact PT also does for you, that it will strike out whatever has been repetitive throughout and whatever is the new information or which is supposed to be known. So they'll put it step by step and once in the whole thing, you know. That's how you keep striking out things. But you'll have to read your monthly magazine. So for me, the ideal strategy for doing current affairs would be read your monthly magazines throughout. By the end of the month, solve a few questions on those that month's current affairs, like how I told for static subjects. And then you write your test and there you'll keep having current affairs. So that's how you keep adding up. See, that's what I'm saying. So for me, I always did PT in the end because मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि मैं, this was my mental frame कि अगर मेरे सामने वो दोबारा से लिखा होगा तो मैं उसको 2 बार और पढ़ लूँ. ठीक है, अगर जैसे मैंने सरफेजी का एग्जांपल दिया तो अगर मुझे सरफेजी 4 बार दिखेगा, आई जस्ट फील लाइक अरे मैंने सरफेजी शायद नहीं पढ़ा, मेरा कुछ मिस, आई जस्ट रीड इट अगेन, व्हिच वाज ओनली इन माय माइंड, नॉट दैट मैंने पिछला सरफेजी नहीं पढ़ा, आई रेड इट. पीटी में व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन कि सरफेजी एक ही बार दिया होगा, आई रीड इट ओनली वंस एंड देन रिवाइज एंड मूव. दैट वाज जस्ट माय स्ट्रैटेजी टू सेव टाइम, दैट आई रीड इट वंस एंड गो अवे विद इट. इफ यू थिंक कि आपने मंथली मैगजीन्स में ऑलरेडी स्ट्राइक कर दिया है, यू हैव हाईलाइटेड द रेलेवेंट स्टफ, there is no need to buy a new PT magazine because वो वही magazine होगी जिसमें उसने filter करके आपको same content present किया होगा. यार imagine same institute के people, same staff that is working, where will they get new information from? They can't put in anything new that has come in the market. Na? It's the same information that they'll just segregate. What happens in a monthly magazine is polity, economy, science and tech, everything is in one place. What happens in a PT magazine is things are in one place. Like science and tech का एक magazine है, सारा science and tech एक साथ है. That's up to you. You can revise it this way also, that if one day you decide polity revise करना है तो आप जनवरी से लेके अक्टूबर तक का सारा दिन बैठ के सारे मंथ का polity रिवाइज कर लो. You don't have to revise any other subject. मतलब read page 1 to 20 for every magazine. That's it. That you will have to see on your own. मतलब it is not कि ऐसा कि PT ही लेना है फिर दोबारा से पढ़ना शुरू करोगे. You think यार ये तो नई information है. That won't happen. Whatever you are reading, you can keep revising that one. That's again important. Okay. What I was telling earlier, that sometimes what happens, things that one, you'll start panicking. That is also when you take a lot of time. Second, also sometimes you think यार ये तो पढ़ा था, याद ही नहीं आ रहा, याद ही नहीं आ रहा, and then you'll be like यार ये कैसे याद नहीं आ रहा, ये कैसे याद नहीं आ रहा. Especially also for subjects where you are very confident. Like suppose polity बहुत अच्छा prepare करा है, and you go with a mindset कि polity तो मैंने बहुत अच्छा करना है. Now if you are not able to remember certain topic of polity, you'll keep thinking what was that, what was that, what was that. You are not supposed to do it. You don't have to take any question on your ego. नहीं भी आ रहा है, if it is very easy question also, that's fine. You can absolutely leave it, move on to next question. Because see again, you don't know कि बाकी लोग कैसा कर रहे हैं. See, it's a relative race, okay? It's not कि आपको 100 on 100 लेकर आना है. If everybody is getting 60, you just have to get 70. That's it. And you don't know how other people are performing. In the exam, you can really not know also कि paper बाकी सबका कैसा जा रहा है, easy है, tough है, उनको ज़्यादा आ रहा है, कम आ रहा है. Nothing of that sort. Don't take the question, don't get stuck on a particular question. If you are not able to solve it, just move on to the next question. What you can probably do is, if you think it's an easy question or something like that, just encircle it, mark it somehow, so that next round when you're coming back, maybe after solving a few questions, you have a little bit of confidence. Somehow you are able to remember that, and that's when you can solve. But ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक question याद नहीं आ रहा है, and then you're just thinking about that question stuck there. Because what will happen is, by the end of it, last half an hour में you'll have a lot of questions remaining. And then you'll start solving those questions fast. कुछ easy भी होंगे. Now that the pattern is, they give very long statements. So you'll not read them properly. फिर वो भी गलत करोगे. ये तो एक question नहीं आ रहा था, फिर वहाँ 4 question गलत करोगे. What might also happen is, वो जल्दी में OMR मार्क करने में ऊपर नीचे आप गलत कर दोगे. एक question छोड़ना था, वो कहीं और का OMR कुछ में लगा दिया. Then you'll start panicking. It's better if you are not able to recall at that point of time, just leave it, move on to the next question. Come back. याद आ जाएगा तो ठीक है. नहीं भी आएगा तो that's fine. Leave that one question. वैसे भी go with the mindset कि 20 तो छोड़ने ही थे. This is what I'll leave. This is a very nice question. So what happens is, sometimes while we are preparing, what she was also asking, do we have to read things cover to cover? That's not only for current affairs, that's for static also. Okay. Suppose ancient example लेते हैं. Ancient की जो book है, you will somehow realize that first few chapters, इसमें वो कुछ दिया ना, Stone Age ये वो questions आते हैं, but then again not many questions are asked from those topics. Okay, there's this question जहाँ पे वो सब, I don't remember the name, but जिसपे वो ईरान का invasion चले गया, some kings का name and all of that. There's a possibility they will ask. I'm not saying they cannot ask, but that's not very important. But Guptas, for example, you will see every year they're asking a question on Guptas. You will see every year they're asking a question on Buddhism. Every year they're asking a question on Jainism. Alternate करके आगे पीछे होते. They might be asking some questions on philosophy वाला part. Let's say. That's how, by solving past year papers, you have come to a conclusion that there are certain chapters or topics which are more important than the others. It is for every subject. Okay, this is, I gave the example of ancient. Let's say in polity, they're asking more questions from constitution. They'll ask basic structure of. They'll ask questions from parliament section. They'll ask questions from panchayat municipalities. What we have seen rarely is that the non-constitutional body से थोड़े से कम questions आते हैं, या फिर that elections वाला section. तो अब हार्ड वर्क क्या होगा, दैट अ पर्सन विल टेक अ बुक ऑफ पॉलिटी, वो फर्स्ट टू लास्ट चैप्टर तक सारे चैप्टर्स जब तक रिवाइज नहीं होगा, 1 महीना भी लगे, यू कीप रीडिंग इट. यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग 10 hours every day, you know everything in and out, but then a lot of questions won't be asked from those topics. Now you have limited time at hand. What you can do is, probably अगर कम टाइम है तो वो इलेक्शंस वाले चैप्टर्स को थोड़ा फास्ट कर दो, या some things that you think are not that important वो छोड़ के you start with your ancient, and again you pick up what are important chapters there. That you will keep doing for every subject. So that's how you will get to a conclusion that, okay, you just don't have to keep solving questions, you have to analyze. Again, hard and smart, you can differentiate when you're solving mock papers. A lot of people will be like, 100 mock papers करने हैं, 100 करोगे तो 10,000 क्वेश्चन हो जाएंगे, 20,000 हो जाएंगे, whatever. That does not work like that, that you just have to solve your papers. ठीक है, आप 2 घंटा बैठे, आपने पेपर सॉल्व किया, you gave that to us, that's hard work. You were sitting there, you were doing something, but you never analyze those papers. That's just hard work, pure hard work. You never did anything smart. What you could have probably done is on 100 को analyze करा, you solved only 20 papers. But then now that you know कि उन 20 में आपने क्या गलतियाँ करी, you have also improvised on those. So that's how you are acting smart. That some people who are just solving papers, you're not only solving, you are analyzing. That you're doing with every stage. Okay. Uh, Striking off thing that I told you. What you have read already, you don't have to read it again because now you know it. So you can go back and revise from the same thing. But you're picking up 3-4 magazines, you're reading 3-4 magazines unnecessarily. That does not make sense. A lot of people again doing the same thing. Yeah, history ki abhi today you are reading Spectrum. She'll come tomorrow and tell you कि यार बिपिन चंद्रा पढ़ना था, वो बहुत अच्छा था. Everybody is reading बिपिन चंद्रा. विजन के सारे टेस्ट में बिपिन चंद्रा से क्वेश्चंस थे. सब लोग बोल रहे हैं एक्चुअल एग्जाम में भी बिपिन चंद्रा से आ रहा है, तो बिपिन चंद्रा पढ़ना है. Now you start thinking, अरे मैंने तो स्पेक्ट्रम पढ़ लिया, बिपिन चंद्रा नहीं पढ़ा, अब मेरा नहीं होगा. Start reading बिपिन चंद्रा from today. Now you are just wasting time because 80% of 90% of the stuff would be the same. और जो बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन होगा ना, वो बिपिन चंद्रा को भी आ जाएगा, वो स्पेक्ट्रम को भी आ जाएगा. For that one question which was very rare, which did not even determine anyone's selection, you are reading one whole new book. You are putting in a lot of effort because you're doing a lot of hard work, but that's not intelligent and smart with regard to the preparation of this exam. And this you'll have to keep in mind for all the 3 stages, okay? Even in mains, this will happen that you don't have to read anything that's available. In interview also, you'll have to be very careful of what you are preparing based on your DAF, based on your profile and all. So that's how you'll keep doing. You have to not choose any new sources. You'll have to keep revising your mock papers very well. That's how you'll keep doing smart things. See, again, it's not a very sudden change, okay? Don't go by this thing that acha suddenly aisa kuch aa gaya. Dekho, the base knowledge is the same, na? They did not ask you questions related to nuclear physics. कि भाई आपको समझ ही नहीं आया कि कौन सा फॉर्मूला लिखा है and you don't know what it is like. It's just the way of asking a question. ठीक है? वो इतना चेंज नहीं होता है ना. Like if I ask you where do you come from or what's your hometown, like I'm asking you the same thing. That does not change the base with whatever is your answer. Okay, it's just a way of asking a particular question. If they're asking assertion reasoning, they're asking one word answer, they're asking long statement questions or whatever, base knowledge is the same thing. So if let's say suddenly this happens, now that you know, you'll start preparing it that way. But this time, suppose let's say 23 exam, they'll ask some questions in a different manner. You don't have to panic कि अरे कुछ नया पूछ दिया, I never prepared a social. Now how do I answer this? Sit, use your common sense, read the question. Do I know this statement? Have I read what is given here? If you know it, then just think a few things. Sometimes what happens is you just have to know अच्छा assertion मतलब this statement is given whether this reason applies to this. सब कुछ तो they have explained. They're giving you a translation in Hindi also. If you are not able to understand there, just read it there and see what is it that they are asking. That's it. After that, the base knowledge is the same. The subjects are always the same. So they'll ask you the same topic, but in a different way. That is what you'll have to keep in mind. When you know that this change is going to come, you start preparing accordingly. If it happens all of a sudden, because that happened in my attempt also, there was, I think, one question that year. This time they've increased the number. Again, if they follow a new pattern and start asking something else, don't panic. Read and then keep solving it, and you'll be able to do it in most. See, again, a lot of people asked earlier also, na? There are a few things. One, that this is blind guessing. Okay, if you're getting it wrong, that means somewhere or the other you were going wrong. So blind guesses, so anyway you don't have to do. If you're doing match the following also, you'll have to see that how many do you actually know. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि randomly अरे ये इसके साथ अच्छा लग रहा है तो बस ये ऐसा होगा. You are not selecting your clothes ना कि okay this looks decent, इसको यहाँ लगा देते, इसको यहाँ लगा देते, ऐसा it won't work. So you'll have to be very rational and logical with what you are doing. Okay, so if you know it somehow, you have read it somewhere, then you go with doing that. If you don't do it, then leave it. Okay, because what I was telling her also, you don't have to take things in your ego कि यार अरे ये अभी match the following है, ये तो सभी कर रहे होंगे, मुझे भी करना है. Let people do it if they know it. If you don't know it, you leave it. You do what you know. You don't have to get more negative marks for yourself. ना जितना positive है उतना ही ज़बरदस्ती 5 question करा के थी बाहर आके you don't have to tell anyone I've done 85. It doesn't matter. What matters is the day the result is out, you tell people, oh, I've cleared the exam. Who cares whether if the cutoff is 88 and you're getting 89 or 100, it does not make a difference because anyway you'll have to prove yourself again in mains. Prelims marks don't even matter, you have to qualify. What is important is don't do those questions. If you think कि आपको कुछ base उसका knowledge नहीं है, don't do them. Okay, that's the best way to go about it. Oh, okay. So now that again, अब मैं शुरू वाले strategy, I don't think that would be not relevant here. So now in this lot, there would be 2 sets of people. One who are fairly confident about their CSAT, उनको लगता है कि उनसे हो जाएगा. let's cover them first, saying that you will have to at least, despite your confidence and whatever, you will still solve 3-4 mock papers before you go for the actual exam. And please do that at least a month before the exam, so that just in case there are some loopholes, you are able to fix them till the time you are going for your exam. Okay. But people, whoever, how much ever confident you feel, you will still have to solve at least 4-5 mock papers and see a few past year papers before you're going. For people who are skeptical कि CSAT नहीं आता है, अच्छे से नहीं होगा and all of that, now is the time when you sit and analyze at least 5 years minimum. Okay, going backwards, 22, 21, whatever. 5 years backwards, you analyze the past year papers and you will identify certain common topics that are coming. Let's say speed and distance, ratio proportions, time and distance that they ask, number system, anything of that sort. Okay, you just identify 4-5 topics. Out of those 4-5 topics, you just prepare. See, again, when you start identifying, there'll be 10 topics that will come. Okay, like जैसे clocks वगैरह ये वो आता था. For me, at a personal level, I realized clocks is difficult for me. So I left clocks, but then I know that there are other 9 topics that I'll prepare. So I prepared those 9 topics very thoroughly. Okay. In CSAT also, what is happening now is that they're changing the pattern a little bit. Now, pehle they would just ask a very straightforward, easy question. Now they're giving you 2 statements so that it takes a little longer to solve. You'll start, you prepare those topics in manner कि एक तो concept base clear होना चाहिए, and then you know certain quick tricks to solve those questions. So see, topics fixed हैं, ठीक है. UPSC में again CSAT is qualifying, so they're not giving a lot of importance, but it is also working as an eliminator. So if you don't get those marks, 67 जितना required है, you are eliminated, whether you are getting 120 also. Now you have to prepare कि जितने में you are getting, let's say 80 or 100, we'll keep the margin at 80, बस 70 रखेंगे तो chances है कि 60 आएंगे, तो 80 रखेंगे तो even if we slip तो 70 आएंगे तो we are through. That's how we keep the margin. So what you do is you identify those topics, you start practicing the questions. How you practice is, what you can do is any common book that is available in the market. No? I took the RS Agarwal. Okay, so if I've identified what he suggested, like number system, so I'll practice 20-30 questions from number system. How I was practicing it is, right now what you can do is every day also half an hour, 1 hour, you can just solve a few questions. So see, पूरा दिन का change भी हो जाता है. Okay, maths में you use a different part of your brain. You start doing that logical thing and all of that. Whole day you are just reading and filling your mind with that static stuff. थोड़ा सा change हो जाएगा. You can do that in the evening. 1 घंटा बैठ के एक topic pick कर लिया. You start revising this. If you don't want to do it every day, then let's say on a weekend or something, 2 दिन निकाल के 2-3 hours you just sit with one topic. You prepare those topics. And once you're done, again, a lot of CSAT papers are available in the market. Just start solving random papers. Okay, that's how you go about it. Comprehension, a lot of people will have doubt कि English अच्छा है तो हम comprehension से कर लेंगे. Somehow UPSC answers are not testing your English. Okay, might be very good with your literature part and whatever, but the answers don't really relate to whatever you have understood. तो उस पे ज़्यादा rely नहीं करना. You have to be very sure about your math part जो आता है quant वाला ना. You will have to prepare that very properly. Okay, that's for everyone. You'll, even if you're good at English, you solve more questions, you'll get more marks. That's good. But don't go by that mindset कि अरे English कर लेंगे, इतना English से हो जाएगा, इतना इससे हो जाएगा. Quant has to be strong because quant के answers गलत नहीं हो सकते. If you are thorough with the topic, you know कि भाई speed तो इतनी होगी तो उतनी ही होगी. They cannot change the answer from 4 to 5. And also one more thing that a lot of people get wrong in CSAT is during the calculation part. So be very clear with your calculations. Okay. Basic multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, वो सब नहीं गलत करना है. While solving mocks, also be very careful about that because the kind of questions that come in UPSC CSAT बहुत difficult नहीं आता है. But we make those very silly basic mistake कि 10 5 35 लिखने की जगह 36 कर दिया कहीं पे और फिर वो एक जगह पे 36 किया and then the whole thing goes wrong. वो सब नहीं करना है. You have to be very careful with that. You will also have to be careful with कि कौन सा variable का value पूछ रहे हैं. अगर p पूछ रहे हैं, you have to find out only p. पता चला you solve the question finding the value of q, तो p substitute ही नहीं करा, q भी कहीं पे answer में दिया तो you ticked it and moved. Those also are the kind of things that you'll have to start practicing with the mocks. And if you think you're very weak, to identify topics and start preparing those topics. That's the best way. This is very important, okay? Because this strategy part is all on one side and the motivation, energy level is all on one side. And that's true for everyone, especially for people who are in higher number of attempts. After your first attempt, everybody will start feeling this. Maybe how many first attempters here? So first attempters might not be able to relate it that much because अभी तो first है तो ठीक है देख लेंगे. But after your first, if you're not able to clear it, it reminds you like, ठीक है अभी नहीं हो रहा है, घर पे ये बोल रहे हैं, वैसा बोल रहे हैं, what will I do? I don't have this, my friends getting job, they're getting married, XY. See, such days are going to come in everyone's life. They have come in mine, they have come in all the others who cleared the exam. They'll happen to all those people also who are sitting with you. Some amongst you might just clear the exam tomorrow. Right now you're feeling anxious. When you are here, might not feel anxious. You will feel anxious, but about different things that I cannot discuss here. You will still feel anxious, but not about the exam, but about something else. So anxiety is a part of life. Okay, first, how you're dealing with it is on everyday basis. See, when you have that anxiety feeling coming in, there could be different reasons for that. One that it depends from person to person. For me, if I'm talking to a lot of people who are telling me कि यार मैंने ऐसा कर दिया, ये prepare हो गया, वो नहीं हुआ, XYZ जो भी बताया, I start feeling very anxious. So for me, it was like I'm going to talk to as less people as I can, so that I don't have that coming in my mind. Yeah. If that is the case with you, then you talk to few people, talk to good people. Yeah, that could be your parents, that could be your siblings, that could be your mentors, or your school, college friends who are only motivating you and telling you that okay, you are preparing in the right direction, you will be able to do it. That's one kind of. Second is sometimes would be days when you just feel like breaking down and like अब बस बहुत हो गया, अब नहीं हो रहा है. If you want to cry, cry. Cry for 1 hour, cry for 1.5, 2 hours. But then the day is for 24 hours. You cannot cry for 24 hours. Okay, you cannot do it. So if you've cried for 2 hours and your study time was 10 hours, still have 8 hours. Study for 8 hours. Don't think that अभी 2 घंटा रो लिया, आज का दिन तो खराब हो गया, अब नहीं पढ़ सकते, whatever. You have 8 hours. If not 8, you still have 6 hours. 6 hours where you can finish 4 chapters of polity. You have finished 4 chapters. You were supposed to finish 6, you have finished 4. But you have done something, you have moved. What will happen if you waste that entire day कि 2 घंटा हो गए, बहुत एंग्जाइटी हो गई, अब बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा है, तो फिर एक पूरा दिन वेस्ट हुआ, 4 चैप्टर भी नहीं हुआ, अगले दिन के लिए 12 चैप्टर है, अगले दिन एंग्जाइटी 1 डबल तो हो ही जाएगी. फिर अगले दिन एंग्जाइटी डबल होगी, तो अगर कल नहीं पढ़ा गया तो आज तो और नहीं पढ़ पाएंगे. So the third day it will again multiply, and it multiplies exponentially. Okay, it does not multiply like 2 ka 4 times. It will go like some higher number. And then if it happens for 10 days, you will stop studying. And once you stop studying, you can never come back. Okay, and this will happen more in next 100 days for sure. Okay, it has happened to everyone, it will happen to you. Consider this as a part of this exam process. कि मतलब ऐसा रहता है ना कि like how it's a thing कि अरे मंदिर जाने से पहले तो नहाना होता है. So if you have to write the exam, so you will have to go through this process. This is it happens to everyone. Okay, so it's a ritual, it's a thing that will happen. So you don't have to lose that control of your own self. Surround yourself with people who are just motivating you. See, sometimes what happens also ना that motivation does not really work. Okay, so have some objective targets for you. कि अगर if you have decided कि यार इतना 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 finish करना है, if you're done with that ना, तो फिर you'll start feeling कि अरे मैंने तो कर लिया, अभी देखेंगे. For test also, if you have decided कि in next 15 days I'll finish polity, I'll write 2 tests, एक अपना prepare करते हुए, एक final जो भी. If you've done that much ना, you will feel confident enough, oh I have done something, and बाकी लोगों ने तो अभी कुछ भी नहीं किया. So have those objective targets also for you. Objective could also be in the sense कि this test में you got certain things wrong. For the next test you decide कि अरे silly mistake तो नहीं करनी. अगर आज 4 हुई थी, next test में I'll do only 2. That's again an objective target. तो अगर next test को बैठने एनालाइज करने लगोगे तो you'll realize oh इस बार कम किया है ना, तो you'll start feeling confident. तो अगर पिछली बार 4 किए थे, you are not mindful of those 4, you might just make 6 here. You'll get less marks, you'll have anxiety. मैं तो सब पढ़ रहा हूँ, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि क्या हो रहा है. And then you break down, you have anxiety, you start panicking. Don't do all those things. Next 90, 100 days, anxiety will come, but there's a lot of pressure that comes with this exam. And as you clear subsequent stages, it will keep increasing. At least till mains, it is a lot. Once you clear mains, ठीक है, interview के लिए थोड़ा सा relax हो जाता है, but it's still there because you are never sure if you'll get a rank or not. So that's how you go about it. Like you don't have to think too much about it and don't waste your time. Even if it is happening, think it's normal and it's natural, and you keep going with it. See, so now with let's say 100, 110 days remaining for prelims, if you are a little more confident than a lot of others after prelims, what I'm saying is next 10 days or 20 days, if you're confident a little about prelims, what you can do is pick one subject out of whatever you mentioned and just read that. Okay, that is what you're doing right now. After prelims, what you're doing is you'll have less time between prelims and mains. Okay, 3 months wherein you'll have to do answer writing, you'll have to do decide on your sources. Sources for society or something like that, they're readily available in the market. Just pick one source. Are you aware of the sources or not? What I did for society was I did Smriti ma'am's vision. Okay, that's very standard. A lot of people know it. It's available in the market. Also. Follow that, and you do that. So you take those notes, you just revise, you keep reading them, internalize, write test. That's how you practice. Same for post independence. You'll get the vision material, or if you're getting the material here, you take that material. See again, don't think too much. कि यार वहाँ का material अच्छा है, यहाँ का material अच्छा नहीं है. These are some very fringe topics. Certain basic idea will help in how you are dealing with them. Okay, just pick those topics and read. Again, reading yet because you haven't read it before, so it will take a little longer. You'll have to read, you'll have to memorize certain things. Take help of your past year papers to see what kind of questions are asked. And on the basis of that, prioritize your topics. And also the tests that you'll keep writing. What will happen is, if you haven't prepared them very well, then if you write a test, you probably would not know answers to certain questions. When you're coming back, read those answer sheets. Na, wo jo milta hai mock, the answer copies that you get. So read those and you'll get to know ki, acha, how to write the answer for this particular topic. Then correlate it with what you have read. Are you able to comprehend ki kaise likhna tha, kaise nahi likhna? Because in my strategy, like an ideal strategy would be that at least you have read it once before you are appearing for your prelim. But just in case you haven't done it, still you have those 3 months, pick one standard source, start reading it, internalize, write your test and improvise on whatever you. Simultaneous test, as I was explaining earlier also, that let's change the subject now. We'll talk about geography. So if you are reading geography, for example, okay, so let's say you're reading climatology. So you are reading climatology, you have read something about air pressure, how it is working, kaun se currents and everything. So therein, you pick a paper from the market of geography section, you will see that there are certain questions about climatology. जब आप flip करते रहोगे the question paper, you'll start realizing, oh, 76, 79, 80, 85, ये सारे climatology के question. Take 10 minutes to just tick mark those questions. के बाद just sit, read the question, how you would solve an ideal normal question in paper, and just start solving those questions. This is what you are doing simultaneously every day. Today you have read climatology, so geography paper, if you pick from the market, it will have 100 questions from first chapter to the last chapter. It will have that soil, earth, everything. Then climatology, water, ocean. So you are only solving whatever you are reading. That is how you're doing simultaneous reading. One more example, polity, which is very easy to give. So if you are reading parliament, you are solving questions from parliament section. If you are reading constitution, you are solving questions from constitution section. When you pick sectional test, a lot of institutes will write the chapters in the front page also. No? You get that written. Either you'll get to know it from that. So that's how also you can do it. Simultaneously you're solving, and also the questions, the answers that you do not know to, you are going to your standard book and seeing that why did I not read something like this. Because if they're asking question in a mock paper, they can also ask it in the actual exam. The actual examiner, what happens is, they won't ask the same questions. They'll reframe it, but the concept will be the same. Na? If they asked about some hemisphere, some current, ocean current or something like that, they might change. अगर अभी northern hemisphere में mock में पूछा, they can ask for a southern hemisphere in the actual exam. But when you got a question from the northern hemisphere wrong, how you're analyzing is it, you have to think whether you know the answer of the southern hemisphere or not. North तो नहीं आता था. And if you don't know southern hemisphere also, you will realize that you don't know ocean currents. That means you have to revise ocean currents. That's how you're getting to understand also ना what you need to revise. Don't think कि अच्छा बस इसका आंसर इतना है, इंडियन ओशन में ये वाला करंट था, मैंने तो ये पढ़ लिया, आई एम डन. You will also have to at the same time think and revise कि अरे अटलांटिक का पता है या नहीं पता है, नॉर्थ अमेरिका के पास कौन सा करंट है वो पता है नहीं पता है. That's how you are doing the whole thing at one go. Na? I hope you've understood. Somebody has asked, should we start preparing for prelims solely from now? See, if you, again, I said this earlier also, if you haven't cleared it before now, in my opinion, yes, 100 days, 10 days more, you can take that liberty of doing your mains, settling whatever issues you have, even if mains nahi hai, some people going through anything. Take 10 more days, settle whatever you have to. But 100 days, last 100 days before the exam, will have to if you haven't cleared it, because that much is the amount of time that is needed. And no point preparing for your mains interview also, some people prepare fantasizing. So you cannot do that. Okay, because you will have to clear prelims to go to that stage of mains and interview. So start preparing for that right now. And if you haven't cleared it, that means there are certain flaws in your preparation. You will have to correct them. And as I said earlier, also last 90 days are very crucial for anyone. Okay, I don't know if others would also have this doubt. Somebody has written that they've started preparing for 24 with TCP batch 24. Should I give 3 for this year in order to kill jitters and anxiety, which can help in attempting next year? So that means that person is preparing for 24. They just want to ask if they should write the 23. See, if you're not prepared for the exam, now this is very personal opinion, not write the exam. Because सिर्फ practice करने के लिए तो you can practice with mock papers also. Now why are you wasting an attempt to do that? Okay, the exam does not cost you a lot in terms of the monetary expenditure, but it will cost you a year, it will cost you a lot more things. Your mental state is disturbed because in the second attempt, you have that pressure कि एक attempt तो दे दिया है. So in my opinion, if you are not prepared, you have started preparing with that mindset कि 24 में ही करना है, तो फिर 24 में करना है. But if you're doing it for 23, then you write the exam this year. You're not wasting your attempt just to see कि भाई exam process कैसा होता है. Paper is available after the exam. See it there. Somebody is asking how did you cover national programs in PSM? This is very specific to medical. I think I'll answer it in the end. Uh, discuss strategy for essay. I don't know how many of you. See, I'll just tell you very briefly, okay, because there are people who are listening online also. So essay again, yeah, see, right now I don't know how, but yeah, for some people who are confident with their prelims. So what you can do right now is maybe write a few essays on topics. Just pick it up from the market and write a few essays. Uh, Again, you don't have to do anything new for essay. What you're doing for your mains, same thing you have to write in essay. You just have to practice that part. Now, how do you structure? How do you brainstorm before writing a particular topic and all of that? When you see a particular topic, just think for, let's say, 30 minutes on how, 25 minutes basically, on how, what you're going to write. That information is not new information. That's only the information that you've prepared for your mains from society, history, polity, geography, wherever. So just trying to recollect that information and put it in a piece of paper in a structured manner. कुछ भी पूछा है तो बस वो एक सीक्वेंस फ्लो में होना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट यू बेसिकली नीड टू प्रैक्टिस. डोंट हैव टू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फ्लारी लैंग्वेज, बहुत अच्छा हाई-फाई वोकैब एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट इज नॉट नीडेड. Very basic simple English which is easy to read and comprehend. Avoid grammatical errors because that the sense of the sentence is lost if you do it. It's very difficult for the person who's reading it to understand. That's it. You don't have to prepare too much for your essays. You have to prepare more for your mains and everything. For essays, it's mostly practicing how to write it and how to recollect and comprehend whatever you have read. That's more. See, for science and tech environment, okay, there are two parts again in this. One is the static, one is the current affairs section. Current affairs usually predominates here, the cases as we've seen recently. So first in science and tech, for static, I did not read those NCRTs and everything, okay? So because I have a science background, I thought that I'll be able to manage that. For current affairs, I was relying only on current affair magazine. Okay. One magazine I'll be reading. So whatever I'm following, I'll keep reading that and in the end I'll just revise that. Thinking कि जो बहुत basic होगा, वो उसमें covered होगा. And if it is very hi-fi, बहुत extraordinary question, तो probably I'll not know. A lot of others will also not know. That's fine. But basic question I'll be able to answer from that. That was about science and tech. If you're following your newspapers, you must be noting it down. Or if you're reading your magazine, you are reading certain things in science and tech. That's how you keep preparing. Again, the same strategy are for all subjects. Okay, you are solving test papers, you get to know something from there, you're noting it down, so you're revising it before the exam. For environment also, static and current affairs. Environment, sometimes what they do now, they integrate also the questions. So they'll give current affairs ka one statement and then one statement from static. That way again, statically I followed the Shankar environment wala book. I did selectively, okay, not again the whole book. Selective में वो climate वाला portion is more important. Wildlife is. Those are the sections that you're focusing more on. Again, in the initial part, ecosystem का कुछ basic definition वाला part है. This you are getting to know by solving your past year papers. Past year papers are extremely important, okay. All of you who are writing prelims this time, next 100 days, your routine that every day at least you see 5 questions. And start backwards. You start with 22 paper, 5-10 questions every day. Also start researching on past year papers. How you're researching is, if let's say 3 years back there was this question about Tansen or something, na 1918, I don't. Yeah. So you have 4 options there. Probably somehow you got to know this is the answer, you have marked it from somewhere. Don't ignore those other three options also. Now you know the answer to one, but try and read at least one line each about what are these three other people also. Because if UPSC has mentioned their names, that means somehow वो examiner के दिमाग में वो तीन terms भी हैं, and probably next paper में वो उन तीनों में से एक पे question हो. Okay. Again, science and tech में they ask questions ना, वो gravitational waves है. तो if gravitational waves is coming in one paper, next paper में the probable question could be a mission on gravitational waves. और लेट्स से समथिंग रिगार्डिंग ग्रेविटेशनल वेव्स. पिछली बार सिर्फ बेसिक ग्रेविटेशनल वेव्स था, इस बार ग्रेविटेशनल वेव्स की डेफिनेशन देखिए कुछ आगे पीछे कर देंगे. तो इफ देयर इज अ वर्ड ग्रेविटेशनल वेव्स रिटन, इफ देयर इज अ वर्ड ब्लैक होल रिटन, सिंपल विकीपीडिया सर्च, यू डोंट हैव टू डू वेरी हाई फाई की कोई बुक लेकर आनी है. 4 options, you know the one answer because you have seen an answer copy or the solution somewhere. Just read a few lines about those 3-4 other points also, that you have a basic idea of how you're doing it. Okay. That's how you'll mostly prepare. That's how you'll do your PYQs also. You're preparing your science and tech and environment also. For environment, again, for current affairs, you will be referring to your magazines that you are doing, and you'll keep revising them. The environment is very, very important for this exam because forest exam is combined with your prelims for civil services. They want that strong hold of people now who have good command over environment part. You cannot neglect environment. Okay. Somebody has asked, should we solely drop optional now? Again, the same thing I'll repeat. If you're not confident about your prelims, yes, you should drop your optional anything now. You should start solely preparing for prelims. 10 days more you have. If 110 days, we assume that that's remaining now. So then you start preparing for your prelims. Discuss time management on the day of exam for both prelims and mains. I think prelims I've covered how you're managing your time. You start solving the paper in rounds. In the first round, you're doing the questions that you're very sure of. In the second round, you're doing where you've eliminated 2 options. The third round, you are doing those questions where you've eliminated at least 1. And in the fourth one, if at all there are very few questions that you've attempted and you want to take random guesses, that should be maximum 2 questions. Like literally maximum 2 questions. Because blind guesses, it's very rare that you would do it and you'll get a positive. Okay, so don't do that, those blind bluffing and everything. In between your GS paper 1 and paper 2, and as I said earlier, if you have some formulas or something that you've kept for yourself, you want to revise that. If you don't, then just sit, wait for the paper to come rather than discussing and finding out answers. Also, in between your papers, when you're solving, keep marking your OMRs in between. Okay, because if you leave it for the end, sometimes you're doing it very fast. What happens is the examiner will come, he'll start saying something like jaldi jaldi de do or something. Beach mein they come, signature signature lena hai. If you are sitting on the last row, they might come to you in the end. Those things should not happen. Ki because of some external factor, mark something wrong. You had that correct in your actual paper, but in the OMR you've marked it wrong because OMR is what is going to be checked. No? So after every, I had this thing of after every 20 questions that I'll mark OMR. And what I was also doing was that if I have solved a particular question, let's say question number 1, I know the answer is A. So what I'll do is take a pen and put a dot in A, okay? So see what happens is just in case I realize that A is not the answer and B is the answer. So dot, I can, it's a very faint dot that I've put, okay? So I can just put it on B and then I can encircle B. But if while I'm marking, I'll also follow my dots. So sometimes I don't lose the track. I don't have to, I'll refer to the actual paper, but then even if I'm doing it in a hurry, so I know that I'm following the dots because I've already seen it from the dot and done it carefully. So after every 25 questions, and this also you're practicing when you're solving your mock papers, okay? Keep doing that. Time management for mains, yeah, again, mains where there is no specific time management. Time management is that you have to finish your 20 answers. You cannot leave the paper. That you will have to practice कि भाई 10 markers कितने time में लिखने, 12 markers कितने time में लिखने. That will again come with practice only. इतना बहुत ज़्यादा rocket science नहीं है. You once you're writing your mock papers, start realizing कितने questions 3 घंटे में finish. You have to write very, 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 very fast, and you have to finish. Write in points. If you're not able to write in sentences, you have to finish. If somebody has written not able to meet test deadlines, delay 2-3 days because of underconfidence, causes anxiety, how to manage this, give test on time. I was telling this earlier also. See, one day you miss, it will exponentially rise with every day. Okay, you are not supposed to miss. Please be very, very serious about this exam and this process. It is actually not a joke. I don't know, a lot of people are, I'm sure, still not serious, and a lot of people won't get serious even after 1 month, 2 months. You're just wasting the time of your life. Because these apparently are the most productive years of your life. Maximum people who are sitting here in the age gap of 20 to 30, 21 21 to 30. These are actually the most productive years of life in terms of whatever you want to achieve for yourself. Okay, you want to work, you want to have fun, you want to go around. After 30, you'll gradually start feeling like, अरे ये तो नहीं करना है, अब मन नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. So if you're investing all these productive years of your life in this process, there should be an outcome now out at the end of it. Because you cannot fool anyone, okay? You can tell your parents I'm studying, you can tell your teachers I'm studying, you can tell your friends. By the end of the day, you cannot fool yourself now. When you're going off to sleep at night, you should be able to think, oh, this was my target, I have achieved this much. Don't try and fool people around you, but be honest to yourself. That's the most important thing. This honesty has to come for your own self, not for others. Don't think यार कि अगर मेरा नहीं होगा parents क्या सोचेंगे, friends क्या सोचेंगे, what will this person say? They will say whatever they have to, they are invariably going to say that. But what are you doing for yourself? You have decided to come here, you decided to start preparing for this exam. The least that you can do for yourself is that have that honesty, prepare, read your text, write your test, to do it on time. That's it. And trust me, if you're doing this religiously enough throughout the year, you will get results. Because for all the people that I have met, at least this was the common factor that they were honest to themselves, they were doing what was needed. Because there is a set pattern here. See, if you're doing whatever is the basic thing, na, तो end result में कुछ ना कुछ तो आएगा ही ना. By the end of it, whatever you have to improvise, ठीक है, you will improvise. Prelims हो जाएगा, mains में हो सकता है कुछ issue, somewhere or the other, but you will have some result by the end of it. Okay, कहीं कहीं पे flaws हो सकते हैं, and for that you have your mentors here. Keep talking to them ना. See, what happens is, what we do is, we join a particular program and then we expect कि यार अभी ये कर लिया तो बस हो जाएगा. ऐसे नहीं होता है. It never happens. You can go to any institute anywhere. I'm not talking about this place. You go to any other place. Nobody is going to take care of you. Nobody is going to do that hand holding in the way you want it to be done. It will never happen. You will have to show some interest. Only then person from the other end will start showing it. Yeah, it's with you also. See, if let's say for a common concept like building a friendship, okay, you want to be friends with someone, but the other person doesn't want to be friends with you. You will try for 5 days, 10 days, then you will give up. Same thing is for the exam process. You are coming to this place. If you are not writing your test on time, once your mentors would be like, okay, fine, yeah, please write the test. No, why are you not writing? You'll sit, you'll be like, I have anxiety, I have this, that. एक बार आपको explain कर देंगे. Next time you come again, you say, they might explain you second time. After 3, 4 times, if you're doing the same thing, they lose interest. And once they lose interest, then you know that hand holding stops. Nobody is going to help you then. They'll be like, yeah, this person is not serious. Why should I waste my time? Their time is also precious. It's not just about money. They are making money out of it. Fine. It's their work. That's how they run their families. But they're also investing some time on you. No? Their time is precious. Even if they're making money, they can invest their time on something else. So you are trading your time with them. Okay. And they are trading their time with you. So be very mindful of what you are doing in whichever place you are going. It's very, very important. You cannot just be very casual about कि यार आज ये वाला छोड़ देते हैं कल कर लेंगे. Because आज छोड़ा तो कल का भी नहीं होगा और फिर नेक्स्ट भी नहीं होगा. And don't expect कि यार कोई आपको बिल्कुल ऐसे रोज रोज सिर पे बैठेगा. No one is a kid here. Okay? You are all grown up adults. You have to take that responsibility for yourself that if you have signed up for something like this, you have to be serious about it. And again, I'm telling you, what will happen right now, I'm saying so much. 20 days, most of you will be serious because itna sab sun liya. After 20 days, you will again need a pep talk. Don't do that. It has to come from within. Yeah? Your desire to clear the exam has to, again, okay, for me, things are works at very fundamental level. It's not about just clearing this exam, about anything that you want to achieve. Why is it that somebody has to tell you from outside? If you want to achieve it, it's yours, right? How are you able to sleep if you are not able to do it? Like if you have not finished your target for the day, तो ऐसा कैसे है कि फिर आप सोने का मन कर रहा है and that you feel कि अरे कोई बात नहीं अब कल कर लेंगे. That guilt should come from within. Nobody is supposed to tell you that कि अरे यार फिनिश नहीं हुआ तो क्या. पेरेंट्स को बोल दोगे फोन करके कि हाँ मैंने कर लिया है. टीचर्स को भी बोल दोगे अरे आई एम ट्राइंग, नहीं हो रहा है, ये हो गया वो हो गया, वट एवर. एक दो बार सब ट्राई करेंगे, फोर्थ टाइम पीपल विल गिव अप. And once this external support system also breaks now, then it becomes very, very difficult. Trust me, because this process is so long that it is indeed fortunate if somebody is helping you. And if that help also is not available, then you will be completely lonely. You will not understand. You will just keep wasting your attempts. 6 attempt ho gaye, uske baad then you are 27, 28, probably 30, and you don't know what to do with your life. It is actually true. It has happened with a lot of people. because you have done your basic whatever graduation course, you invest so much time here. Even engineering graduates, whatever, you know how competitive the corporate world, everything is. You invest so much time here, you go back there, there's nothing for you that's left. If you come here consciously, you're doing something, do it seriously. Okay, this is very, very important. I think more important than this strategy, that strategy. See, strategy, you all are smart enough to design it for you. Okay, you all are that capable that you can do it. What you need is that seriousness that you'll have to keep with it. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult to clear this. What part of mains to be covered before prelims with respect to optional and GS? See, in ideal strategy, everything should be read once. If you haven't done it now, still focus on prelims more. Because at least वो clear होगा तो थोड़ा confidence तो आएगा. You will start thinking कि mains clear करेंगे, पता नहीं वो कब. What was CSAT time management plan? How to prioritize which questions? Time management, I told you, as CSAT again. First, find out what questions, what topics are coming, start preparing them. In the actual exam also, मेरे हिसाब से quant पहले करना है because उसके definite answers हैं. Don't waste your time reading comprehensions and solving them. करना है comprehensions, I'm not saying you don't have to do it. Do them a little later because वहाँ पे chances of mistakes are higher. Okay, you might not consider it a mistake. हम दोनों का same answer हो सकता है, but UPSC might not have the same. And there's no method that you can argue with them, you can convey it to them. So quant is the focus area for CSAT. Somebody is asking, have you written both prelims and mains from Delhi? No, I don't know if how important this thing is. Actually, it is not important at all. You write it from anywhere in India. If you have prepared seriously, you will make through. I did not. Exam environment के लिए कैसे करना होगा pre के लिए? Again, I told you static current में divide करना है. Static I did from Shankar. If you're following some other source, you do that. Current affairs, you are following your monthly magazines. Keep revising them. The revision is the most important thing. Whatever you have read it once is equivalent to not reading. So what she was asking about smart and hard work. It is only hard work if you have read it once. Of no use. Better that you invest that time somewhere else. Don't read it if you're going to read it only once. I don't know. I think other questions would be, what did you do for test series? I've already told this that you're going to. I'm not going to bore you now by saying the same thing again. I don't see any new questions. The stuff that I've already discussed. If all of you have some new questions that I haven't said already, see, yeah, for consolidating your notes, one that you won't do it in the end. Okay, what you have to do is you'll start doing it right now only. And I was not a very notes person. Even for mains, I did not really make a lot of notes. That's why I don't have notes that I can give it to anyone. Because I did not make. This again, there's no perfect strategy. People say you should have your notes, you should have this to revise a day before the exam. You can do it otherwise also. You can revise it from your book also. You should know where to revise it. If in case at all you're making your notes, then as I said earlier, you know, what you're doing is you are making your note, you are writing a test, you get something wrong. You tick mark it again, na, कि ये गलत हो गया. So you put in 2 ticks there so that you know that next time you are revising this. Or if you have a lot of time, which I know you will not, you can copy that particular thing somewhere else. And then you know that you have to revise this much. And if you don't have time, just keep highlighting whatever you are getting wrong because you cannot not know anything that is given in the book. तो कुछ तो याद होगा ही होगा. तो याद है, don't waste too much time there. Okay. Somebody is asking negative marking बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती है. For negative marking, I've already told, you are solving the paper in such a manner that you are trying to avoid your negative mark. Okay. Yeah, so we'll wind up. Somebody has a new question, right? So again, you're saying the same thing. More important strategy, ये वो, you all of you know it. You have heard me. You have heard. Got selected. Everybody has done that. You must have seen a lot of videos. You have attended in person talk. Very normal, natural. All of that is one side, like ठीक है हाँ कर लिया, good enough. You know how to prepare for the exam. What is most important, what I said earlier also, be honest to yourself in this. Okay. If you have decided, थोड़ा sincerely prepare कर लो, do it for yourself. Because there are a lot of people, you know, every day also I keep getting messages कि what was happening right now also, कि deadlines miss हो रहे हैं, ये नहीं हो पा रहा है, वो नहीं हो. Why is it not happening? Ask yourself this question. So because it cannot happen that if you are serious, then it is happening on a daily basis. Why is it happening? You will have to ask yourself. Okay, so be very, very serious with what you are doing. Anxiety will happen. There will be bad days. Accept it. That happens to everyone. Again, as I said, you'll have to keep moving on. You cannot just sit and keep crying the whole day कि यार अभी कुछ नहीं हो रहा, ये आज भी नहीं हुआ, कल नहीं होगा, अब कैसे? So if things are not working one day, ठीक है, start doing it the next day. बट डोंट कीप थिंकिंग कि यार अब नहीं हो रहा है, अब ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है, आज मुझे इसका स्ट्रेस हो गया, उसका स्ट्रेस हो गया. These are excuses. Like if I'm being very blunt, these are actually yeah, problems happen with everyone. Okay, what do you think that they didn't happen to me? They did happen to me. They happen to a lot of others also. They could be at different levels. Some people would have family issues. Some people will have monetary. Some people will have certain other issues. Whatever it is, you have 24 hours in a day. Keep 1 hour, 2 hour for that. But once you're sitting studying, be very serious about whatever you're. It's actually a very serious business. Okay, so if you're doing that, do it with that sincerity, and you will get your good results. All the best to everyone. I just hope I see a lot of faces in the next toppers list from here. Good luck to everyone. Thank you.